It's only a game. Why you have to be mad?
I see a lot of questions in the chat about the next teams to use. The next teams to use on the Triumph of the Mind boss. Somebody has determined the boss buff level that you need all the way up to level 240. Now, is this the final boss buff for these levels? I think that there's still some room for improvement here. I think there's still a lot of room for improvement. There is a YouTuber who uses a script, a piece of software to run simulations on the boss fights with every available hero combination, pet combination at different buff levels. He found a 100% win rate team for 45 buffs at 190, 20 buffs at 200, all the way up to 240. All you have to do is buy his software. Imagine that, buy his software. Now, the good news is there's plenty of other YouTubers who will buy the software and share that information. I am not one of those players that will buy the software. I'm not going to do it. And I'm not going to tell you to buy the software because it could potentially cost you your account. But this does tell us some stuff. This does tell us that there is a team and it requires 45 buffs. So if somebody were willing to spend a little while, getting your level of buffs all the way up to 45, spending 9 buffs on there, I don't recommend you do it today. I recommend you wait a day or two, absolutely. But apparently there is a team that for 45 buffs can beat the 190 boss. So on and so on and so on. And like I said, there are a couple of other YouTubers, I'm sure, get the teams from their teammates. They will post all over the place. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. But whenever they do, or whenever somebody else in the community finds a team that works, and they will, we're only in the first day. We'll update this blog post. The bad news is, not going to be able to get this totem fragment as a free-to-play player. It's just not going to happen. The big draw of this event for many of us is this item right here. The Absolute Elemental Spirit Summoning Sphere. That's the big draw for this event. And it's looking like so far, you need 300 buffs. 300 buffs just to get to 240. 300 buffs. That's a lot. And you still have 6 more fights after that. The average player is going to be able to get between 700 and 1,000 buff total. So I beg you, do not spend any resources today. Please do not level up any of your relics today. Just wait. We got to figure out if it's even possible for a free-to-play player to get there. We got to find out how much it actually will cost. Do you have to get the ring to 3? Do you have to get the ring to 4? How much total ink energy do you need? How much total of each metal do you need? There are people doing that math. All right. And it's the first day of a 7-day event. The math will be done. We'll share it together. I live stream every day this week. Somebody will figure out the teams to use by then. Right? Somebody will figure out the right teams, how high you need to get the ring leveled up. You don't have to do any of it today. You can do all of the relic leveling on Friday or the last day, whatever the day is. The ring has to be increased, yes. But by how much, Emmanuel? By how much? So we're going to work through that. We're going to work through it together. I figure if it's possible to get 300 boss with just 2 medium mats plus folio ticket, I can guarantee it's impossible to get to 300 boss for free to play simply because event is too short. Yeah, that's something we can't forget. The Ninja Turtle event was like 4 weeks long. 4 weeks of saving up, pizza energy. The other daily bosses. Triton, you don't have to do the daily bosses. You only have to fight the bosses once. Each of these bosses, you only have to fight them once. You don't have to fight these multiple times. You don't have to fight these until it's time to start stacking metals. And you shouldn't start stacking metals until you know how much metals you're going to need. For a lot of you, it's going to be better. For a lot of you, it's going to be better to just level up the Ancient Bowl. For a lot of you, it's out of your reach. For a lot of you, the level 300 Triumph of the Mind is out of your reach. That's how they want it, by the way. They want it to be out of your reach. They want it to be close, but out of your reach. Yeah, the bosses don't go away. You can always go fight the final push boss for green metal. You can always go and fight the sandstorm boss for violet metal. New page every day. Bojack, we were fighting every week. Every new week we were. It was 4 chapters. Remember, it was 4 chapters, and each chapter had its own set of bosses. This isn't that. We don't have new chapters. Bytor, yes, correct. Keep them at level 130. Well, it seems like somebody found a team for level 190. It's the wrong team. There are better teams, obviously, but sure. Yep, Bojack, I agree. It's not the best team. Way too expensive. Yep. Yep. It's on the website. We're not even going to bother with it because it's not the right team. Not going to bother with it. I mean, if you're desperate, guys, please don't. Please don't do this. Okay? Like, don't spend 70 bucks on this. Don't do it. There's a better team. There's a better team. Just wait until the better team is found. Go watch the video if you want. Like, by all means, support your favorite YouTubers. But it's the wrong team. Don't waste your medals on 70 buffs. Don't do it. Don't do it. Okay. We're calling it here, guys.